Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new around here, welcome. My name is Jenny and this is our Houston Smith home. In today's video, we are going to hit up Hobby Lobby. I have not been there in a while. Probably the last time that we all shopped there together was the last time I've been in. I wanted to just run in there, kind of see what they're getting out right now. I feel like they're probably in a little bit of a transitional stage. I've been seeing a few people share some fall florals and fall stems and things like that. Now, I am nowhere near ready to decorate for fall, but y'all know as well as I do, when these stores start putting out fall stuff, we have to go check it out. We have to grab it whenever we see it, because by the time it gets nice and cool and chilly and in the burr months where we want to decorate for fall, then it's already Christmas stuff out. So I feel like we just have to stay on top of it. So I thought I would run into my store, see what they have, take you along with me so we can shop together. And let's just start getting a little idea of what it's looking like for fall this year. If that sounds good to you, let's go shopping. Starting off strong, I just like to go ahead and look at all the florals when I first go in. So it looks like they still had a lot of just their summer stuff out. A lot of really colorful stuff. I saw a lot of this back in the spring and in the summer. So nothing really new here. And in fact, it was somewhat wiped out. It wasn't really a whole lot there. And this stuff wasn't on sale this week. And as you can see, they're very much ready for fall. They had this huge display in the front, all of these little scarecrows and hay bales and all of that stuff. And then I did start getting into more fall florals. Lots of these really bright colors, if you like those bright colors. And then we'll also get into a little bit more neutrals as well. But some of these hydrangeas were just very pretty, especially if you like those traditional bright oranges and browns and yellows, the mustard type colors. They had a lot of stuff like that. I'm noticing now all of this fall, if it was labeled the fall shop, it was 30% off. So even these florals over that are labeled fall were 30% off. I thought these big sunflowers were so pretty. They kind of had a realistic look to them, and then they also had some just like really bright colors in these, but they also had just some creams as well and just a little bit more neutral tones. I thought these were pretty. Now, the last time I was in Hobby Lobby, y'all told me what these were called, but I've already forgot. So I'm not going to call them anything, but I know y'all know the names of these, but they had several different shades in those. And then I was actually seeing a lot of blues in with the fall stuff. I saw a lot of blues in with the summer stuff. So I feel like blue is kind of a universal color these days. I was really impressed with these hydrangeas. In fact, I almost bought some of these, but I ended up not, because I kind of want to wait and see if this stuff goes on down. It's 30% off right now. They're like $11.99 per stem, but I know these really nice hydrangea stems, the really full ones, are expensive, like if you order them on Amazon and things like that. But I was kind of hoping these would go on down to 40% off, if not 50% off, and they would still have some in stock. I don't know. I don't want to mess around and let them get gone, because I really would like some of these. I love just like this cream color. They have a pretty realistic look. The leaves are pretty realistic as well, and they had 2 or 3 different shades here. That purple was pretty. This one's pretty with just kind of the tans and creams and browns in it. Just super on point for fall. These make me think of those rice stems from Walmart. I have some. I've had them for a couple of years, but you'd be able to get those ones from Walmart, I think, a little bit cheaper. These are a little bit more of a neutral color than the ones I have. I think the ones I have a little bit more color to them, but I think you can get a similar bunch at Walmart on those, and I think Walmart would be a little bit cheaper. But anyway, I'm just gonna keep on browsing right on through. There's some more of that blue. This is picking up on camera much brighter than it actually was in the store, but I'm just gonna browse on through the rest of the florals, and then we'll move on into the fall home decor. There ended up being a lot more fall florals out than I was expecting. There were several aisles here. They even had those little pumpkin stems and picks. I know these are really popular. The magnolia leaves, they have a really real feel to them. Almost like a velvety feel on those leaves. Big, huge leaves, and these are big, huge stems. So kind of an expense, but I saw a lot of people use these last year in like their really large vases, and they were just so gorgeous. Here's some more of those blues I was talking about. You're seeing them just mixed in with the traditional fall colors. Can't say that I'm really wild about these, but if you like a little bit of a flashy, glittery look, they had those. Now, these are a really popular stem. I know that A Floral has some of these. I'm not even going to try to pronounce them. I know I'll say it wrong. Now, the A Floral ones are a little bit of a different color. They're a really deep, dark, I don't know. To me, these here at Hobby Lobby are just a little bit too red toned for my preference. I wasn't super impressed with these, but I know a lot of people really like these. And so if you wanted some of these last year, I think they got sold out really quickly. So they do have them back again this year. If you'd like that deep red color, those are an option. And then again, over here, just lots and lots of leaves. If you like those bright traditional colors, they definitely have you covered. But I found these that I prefer. They're just a little bit more muted. They do have a little bit of that orange and all in there, but they have a little bit more of the tans and ivories and creams, and I just prefer this a little bit more muted look myself. Before I head over to the fall decor, I always have to check out the vases over here. They do always have this section of vases over by the florals, and so I wanted to check them out. Now, none of these were 50% off on this particular day, but if you pay attention now, a lot of these tags do not go 50% off anyway. Like if it looks like this and it's like $9.49 or whatever, it won't go half price anyway, but that's a good price on that. Studio McGee just released one almost just like that at Target a couple of weeks ago. Love this black one. I think this would be beautiful styled for fall. Put some of those fall stems in there. Again, it has that price tag on there where it wouldn't go down, but I have found those items to be priced really reasonable, really well. If you were to go to Target and buy one of these big vases, it would be priced so much more. So they really do have good prices, even if it isn't going to be discounted any further. And I have this one right here. I used it last fall. I think I put it up for the summer, but I love all of these too. Handles are really, really popular right now, you may have noticed, and I just love the organic, earthy look of all of these. I love these wooden cutting boards, like in the shapes. This one is pumpkin, and then you can just see how huge it is. It covers the entire width of the buggy. $38.99. It would be 30% off. All of this stuff is 30% off, but that one was huge. I'm pretty sure I bought this one last year. I'm almost certain I did. I'm gonna have to look and see in my fall stuff, but this one was pretty. I thought it just kind of had that etched in there. I was feeling it to see if it was actually etched in or drawn on, and it is etched in there. That would be so pretty just to sit up on your counters, just kind of up against your backsplash. You could layer some of these, and then they had these little metal trivets, which I thought they were super cute. They were priced pretty good. They had a mushroom, the sunflowers. I was trying to remember all of the different ones that they had, and they had a pumpkin, and I think that may be it. And then they had just a few more other little wooden things. I'm almost certain I have one of these too from a previous year. But yeah, I'm looking at these prices and I'm kind of thinking these prices have gone up a little bit this year. And again, like I said, everything's starting out right now at 30% off. Is that typical? Y'all tell me down in the comments, because I can't remember. I, in my mind, was just thinking everything already started out at 40% off, but maybe I'm just not remembering right. But y'all let me know down in the comments. most of this stuff that I've picked up so far has been pretty specific to the season, but I like to look when they put the seasonal stuff out because sometimes you can just find stuff that you can use year round, like these little fruit colanders that would be so pretty just to decorate with all year round, or, you know, actually to use. But like I said, sometimes I just like to look through, like this little picture could be used all year round, little creamer, whatever that is. You know, that stuff can just be used all the time. Now, obviously, some of the stuff with the pumpkins on it and things like that, you could only keep out in the fall time, but just keep in mind when they put this stuff out, and then also as it goes on down and gets marked on down, just look for stuff that you could use all year round. I know these were super, super popular last year, so these are very comparable to the Icon glasses at Pottery Barn. But y'all, I was looking at this price, and I was just kind of surprised because I know you do get the 30% off, but it's still going to be on up there like pretty pricey on those little glasses. So I was kind of shocked at that. Who remembers last year how much those cups were? I'm super curious how much those little glasses were last year. I never caught them in my store last year, so I didn't see what the prices were, but I just assumed they were going to be so much cheaper than that. This little pumpkin beverage dispenser is really cute. Seems like I saw these somewhere else too last year. Maybe Target had some, but these were glass, pretty heavy duty. That would be really cute if you had any fall parties or hosting any showers or anything like that. But look how cute these little cups are, y'all. Tiny little tumblers for your little babies. I thought they were adorable. Love the little pink one with the bow. Those just caught my eye. I thought they were so cute. And I miss getting to buy cute little cups like that for my boys. I miss that so much. These are perfect for like iced coffees and things like that. Even my boys like to drink out of cups like that. So, and they just had some really pretty glasses too there. Just some like nice glassware. I remember last year these glass pumpkins were real popular. I think Walmart had some, but I like these because they have the hole in the bottom, so you can put some like twinkle lights up in there, some battery powered little fairy lights or something like that, and light them up. And they had a good variety of sizes. I love the stems on them, but they had some pretty big ones and then some taller skinny ones, and I just thought those would be nice to just stack up. You know, you could put 2 or 3 different sizes of those like on a coffee table or whatever. They had a few different little cozy blankets here. I like stuff like this to throw out on our patio because we still, especially in the fall when we start having a little bit of cooler nights, we go out there and watch movies, watch TV, whatever. And I like to just have some throws to keep out there that I don't necessarily want to pay a whole lot for, but you know, I like some to go along with the season. So these would be perfect for that. Here's another example of looking for things here in the, say, fall decor or whatever season is out. Look for things like this. Again, here's some candlesticks, so you could use these year round. Good price on those. And they're just really pretty, nice, neutral candlesticks that you could use year round. These woven baskets are really cute. I was trying to decide if it looks like a pumpkin or if it could be used year round, because I think maybe it's designed to look like a pumpkin, but I think maybe you could get away with it year round. I like the bottom there, the woven part of it. It's got some little handles on there. Pretty good size, and you know, it would be 30% off, but I'm a sucker for baskets, and that one really caught my eye. I was thinking these would be cute to like put some florals in and hang them up. So like you could hang them if you have like a hook coming into your door, or hang them on your door instead of a wreath. They're not just really, really big, but I think if you added some florals to them, you could also just lay them down and put some things on them, like a centerpiece for your table or whatever. Oh, look, here it shows exactly what I had in mind. There's a picture of it. So anyway, those were cute. They always have some really pretty wooden dough bowls. These look super high end. You know how expensive these are if you go to like these antique shops and things like that. Those are priced so well, and you still get that old vintage look. Again, same with like this bowl. That would be a gorgeous fruit bowl. So I really like looking at all of their wooden stuff like that, because usually you can get a really good deal on it. I'm pretty sure I remember seeing these last year on like TikTok, Instagram, all of that. I'm thinking they were pretty popular. So it's a battery operated. It feels like wax. They just have a really pretty look. It could be like a Pottery Barn dupe or something like that. I'm not even sure, y'all. I'm not up to date on that. But it comes with the smaller size and kind of like that greener color there, and those would be pretty paired together, but I'm almost certain I saw those being pretty popular. So also they just had lots and lots of real candles and battery operated candles and all of that stuff, and then also lots and lots and lots of faux pumpkins. Look how cute these two are with the little bows on them. If you put any kind of decorations in your kids' rooms, or if you have a little girl, I thought those were cute. These were pretty. I thought they were pretty unique. I haven't seen anything like that, and they even had them in those mini pumpkins there. And then I love these kind of, what do they call those, heirloom pumpkins, all those kind of odd shapes and odd colors. I really love all those. And they had tons and tons too of just like little filler pumpkins. Then they had a whole aisle fully stocked of just all these little mini picks, you know, mini florals, and then just some pumpkins and things like that. I see a lot of like just little small vases now that are sold, and you could just buy up some of this stuff and put in there. Or also another idea is you could make your own wreath, because they have a very big assortment here, and you can find anything you wanted, and you can make your own fall wreath. They had a pretty good selection of outdoor rugs, and then also they had a lot of pillows. So lots of doormats and rugs and pillows. And in this area, there was an employee working, and so I could not get a lot of good footage there. But this pillow did catch my eye. Love that green. Also love the ruffles on that one. And then also, if you're still into summer and you're not ready to move on to fall, check out your Hobby Lobby, because mine did have all of the summer stuff marked down to 66% off, and they still had a few aisles of all of this kind of stuff too. Moving from summer right on into Christmas, I hate to even throw this in here, but I know this garland is super, super popular, and it sells out usually pretty quickly. Now, my store was putting out some Christmas already. I didn't see any signs that said it was on sale, but this is that Real Feel 6-foot garland, and it's $99.99 regular price. I know a lot of times it goes 50% off. You can get it for $50, which is a pretty good deal on that. It's super full, feels really nice. But anyway, I just wanted to mention that if you didn't catch that last year. But again, my store had a few aisles of Christmas. I do not see any signs that say it's marked down at all. I love these. They caught my eye. They're huge. I thought they would be so pretty in like a little girl's room, like above the bed or something like that. They're just super pretty, scalloped, woven. I don't know, I say baskets, but it's not really a basket. But anyway, like a wall hanging. And I just thought they were so, so pretty. But I could not think of anywhere I could use those in my home. I always wish that I had like a really big island so I could do seasonal trays on my island, and I would like have a really big wooden tray like this. Studio McGee came out with one on their most recent release. It's huge, but it was so pretty, and this one made me think of that, except it didn't have the same trim. And then I came across a couple of aisles here. To me, this is like a hosting aisle. Like if you're hosting any kind of fall parties or get-togethers, showers, things like that, they had you covered over here. All the decor you could need, just all of the goodies. They had so much here on these couple of aisles. I have this woven vase in my bedroom, and I always get questions on if it is still stocked here at Hobby Lobby, and I have not been able to find it until today. And yes, my store has too. The price on this is $14.99, y'all. That's the regular price. It will not go on sale. It's one of those that won't go down. Worth every penny. Highly, highly recommend. If you can find these in your store, definitely recommend. It is so good. This week, the wall decor, wall art, all that kind of stuff is 50% off. And I saw a few new pieces that I have not seen before. This one was new. Love that frame. It's so pretty. And I just love the texture of the art itself. I love everything about that. Even the price is good. 50% off of that, y'all. It's a really large piece. This is just excellent price on this. I didn't have any need for new art, but I was impressed with some of these pieces, so I definitely wanted to show y'all. I love this one. It has that little hanger on the top. I just thought that was really unique. And I don't really like glass in my art. I really like a more canvas look, a matte look, and so I was really loving all of these. This one I thought would be adorable in like a little girl's room, or even like a bathroom, a powder room, something like that. And then I loved the frame on this one. I love anything that's kind of scalloped, and so this was just giving me the vibes. I love that. I might actually get one of those to put in my arch cabinet. I started filming here, and then somebody came, and I try my very best not to get anybody in any of my videos. So if you're shopping around, I try my best not to get you in my videos. And then I came across this whole nursery section, and I went crazy. It is so cute. It's like the vintage. Oh, look, it is just so, so cute. Like the nursery rhymes, the bows, the gold, the brass, everything. I love it so much. But I'm not going to be having any babies anytime soon. So if y'all do your babies' rooms and this stuff, you're going to have to share with me and show me how cute it is, because every stinking thing right here is so adorable. This whole section is super moody, which just gives me the fall vibes. Now, some of this stuff I have seen before, but some of it looks new to me. This one looks new. Love that dark wood frame on that. And also the oval shape, that's really unique. A lot of this stuff will be pretty to do like a gallery wall with. Just a gallery of all different shapes and sizes and wood tones and all of that. That would be really cute. I've been seeing like the Highland cows and all that stuff has been around, but some of these pieces look a little bit new to me. That is super cute right there. Look at the ribbon, how they have that green ribbon tied on the top. And then I love the matting, the black matting on that one down there. But yeah, just lots and lots of very moody pieces on this aisle. These cutting boards were super, super pretty, and I was so impressed with the price on these. I was expecting to see some really expensive price tags on these. They had two different sizes. They're very thick, nice heavy wood, and these were so pretty. I've seen some very more expensive ones of those. And then also like this marble, so heavy. Again, these are priced. You see those stickers like that, they won't go down. But look how reasonably priced they are. So they won't ever go on sale, but they're very reasonably priced to begin with, so that is really good. All right, I'm already out tons and tons of fall stuff is already out in there, and like you saw in the video, everything was 30% off. I did not pick anything up today. I didn't see anything that I was super worried about that it might not be there in the coming weeks, and so I was fine with chancing it. I kind of want to wait and see. Do y'all know the schedule when this stuff usually goes on down? I was feeling like it should be going on down to 40% at least, and if not 50% soon. So y'all let me know if you know the usual schedule, what normally happens each year when they start marking that down. But they did have a lot of really cute stuff. I felt like those prices were higher this year, even with the discounts. So I really want to get as much discount as I can, but I probably will come back in. I may pick up some of those hydrangeas, maybe a little bit of like those wooden cutting boards and things like that. I don't know, we'll see, but I appreciate y'all coming along with me today, browsing Hobby Lobby. I'm about to head to Target. I'm so looking forward to Hearth and Hand coming out with their fall line. I just wanted to pop in my store just to see if they might have a little bit of a sneak peek. Y'all remember I already picked up that one candle. It was several weeks ago, so I'm gonna run into my Target and see if we see anything in there. But I hope y'all have an amazing week. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure and come back next week. I do upload a new video every Friday, and I'll see y'all then. Bye.